Why are we eating slop?
Kava, sweet green, Chipotle, dig, Naya, chopped, just salad. These are merely a handful of the dining institutions in which one can procure a mush-colored leaf and protein porridge known as a slop bowl.
Right. Okay, because we saw other videos that were talking about slop bowls. I'm gonna say it. Is this an American thing? Do you guys know what this is about? Because I don't know about any of these places. I've heard of Chipotle. I don't know if I've heard of any of the others.
Fast casual dishes are the go-to meals for urbanite employees as they embark on their cute little lunch breaks. But with all of the ways we
Yeah, probably.
human beings feed ourselves, the uniformly corporate vibe of these places has me wondering, why do so many of us choose to eat slop? Today, we investigate.
Jeez, that got loud. Why are we eating slop? So we're a bit unsure because we're unsure of the definition here. It's definitely an American thing. I've never heard of a slop bowl. I think I'm almost 100% sure it's the terminology that's new, but maybe we are familiar with the food itself.
The beginning of the age of the slop bowl can be traced back to the year 1993 AD.
Yes.
When a man named Steve in Colorado
Chipotle. You guys are the very least familiar with Chipotle, I assume.
opened a humble burrito shop near the University of Denver campus by the name of Chipotle. Pretty soon, Chipotle started spreading like a bomb when you press explode. Today, there are
I've never heard it called a slop bowl, but I absolutely know what it means. I can think of like 2 examples in Australia. So we would have, there's one called Spud Bar, and they do a baked potato. That's a slop bowl. It's tasty. It's got a baked potato and then slop on top. That is quite literally potato and slop. That makes sense to me. That was the first thing that came to my mind. And then I guess also like we got GYG, Guzmini Gomez. They do one of those. They do a few of those. They do those bowls with just slop.
are exactly 3,799 Chipotle locations across the United States.
You're making me hungry, Joinen. Stop. Okay, slop bowls must be a thing. We're talking about slop here, and you're saying it's making you hungry. It must be true then.
Colorado Steve is a billionaire, and many restaurant entrepreneurs have tried to replicate Chipotle's slopularity.
You know what I'm gonna say? The slopification of 2025. Was it actually, hold on, I heard a rumor. Was it actually the word of the year? AI slop. Okay, so yeah, I mean, close enough. It's almost like the title of this video should be the slopification of everything, because we are just getting very generous with our usage of the word slop. Now, granted, I do agree, prior to like last year, I think it was underutilized. I think it's a beautiful word. And I appreciate its increased usage. But at this point, I think we're going through a pendulum swing. It feels like so many things are slop now, but I suppose in the case of food bowls, it kind of makes sense because, you know, Spud Bar, I mean, that's literally slop. Like it kind of just is. You know, you got your like sour cream and stuff. Like it's, I mean, you look at it and you go, yeah, I mean, that is, even just visually, like it's good.
Combining the speed of fast food and actually healthy ingredients with other non-Mexican cuisines. There's Kava, which is Mediterranean Chipotle, Naya, which is Middle Eastern Chipotle, Dig, which is Republican Chipotle, Just Salad, which is Chipotle, but just salad, Chopped, which is just salad, but and Sweet Green.
All right, Americans. I need some Americans to chime in for a second. What are we talking about here? How are we feeling about these places? I have never heard of none of these. I think the only reason I've heard of Chipotle is because it's been around forever, and, you know, Americans love to talk about a couple of things, and one of them is Chipotle. Never heard of any of those. No clue. I don't know what these places are. I only know Chipotle. So, okay, so you guys don't know either? So is this real? You've heard of Kava. Kava's Mediterranean Chipotle is very good. Apparently Chopped is bad. Well, he agreed, so that checks out then. They're like bougie Manhattan places. Right. I guess the United States is a big country, so I suppose, you know, both can be true. These can be popular chains, but regionally.
And Sweet Green, which is just salad, but for the hot daughters of generational wealth. And these are just some of the bigger ones. Outside of the major leagues, you got hot young upstarts like Springbone, Inde, The Little Beat, Oxedo, Bango Bowls, China, and 3 others that were
Poo. One of them is literally called Poo. poo? Dollop. Throw it on there. They make slop. It's practically their slogan. Sometimes you just gotta ka-chunk. Are we being so real right now? This feels like an episode of Rick and Morty. There's no way this is all real.
Created since you started watching this video.
It's a very crowded category. Everybody's jumping in. They all want to be the next Chipotle.
Lisa Jennings is a veteran restaurant reporter who I coerced into telling me more about the fast casual space.
Fast casual has, I think, really, probably for, since the 1990s, been the growth category. Last year, among the top 500 restaurant chains, fast casual sales grew 9%.
That was such a menacing zoom in.
And that was much faster than fast food, which was 2.3% growth. And
is this satire? The places are real, right? I think this is real reporting. It's just obviously humorous.
1.3% growth in casual dining.
That's right, folks. As a peoples, we Americans go hog wild for slop. Roll the tape, Peter.
I'm about to get Chipotle for the third time.
Here's an example of how Americans like to eat slop.
In 3 days.
Chipotle, 2 nights in a row.
Everything at Sweet Green is made with quality ingredients.
All of these bowls are divine.
Crispy rice bowl.
Oh gosh, that voice.
You see how I eat my bowl and it still keep its composure.
It keeps its composure. No, that's wild. Eating your bowl like that. Moving the wall slowly back.
Structure.
But enough slopping around the Trophmus tree. It was time to talk to some real certified bowl knowers.
Yeah, I'd say mostly just to have a lot of experience in the space over the years. Once I started working,
bowl knowers.
kind of dove fully into that world. Was eating Chipotle. I mean, sometimes lunch and dinner multiple days a week, just going.
I just eat Taco Bell or Del Taco. Hey, we got Taco Bell recently in Australia. Not many of them, but there's a couple going around. I am a certified Taco Bell enjoyer. I get around it and I will not stand for any trash talk. It's a recent thing though, for us. It's new, it's exciting.
And as my only meal, Chipotle for days on end, and then mix it in some kava in there and naya and all that type of good stuff.
I'm a resident expert on.
They keep talking about kava, and I feel like I keep thinking they're talking about the Fijian root or, whatever that stuff is.
Chipotle, and I'll mix in kava and sweet green. Candidly, I eat.
There's no way his reactions were filmed live. He's holding his phone and he is just filming himself doing a bunch of different facial reactions for them to edit in.
Chipotle 2 to 3 times per week, on average. Oftentimes more. I spend hundreds of dollars at Chipotle a month.
There's a good rotation of like the kavas, the nayas, the just salads. It's like you kind of have to have one in each slop category. Poke's another one in the rotation.
Oh, poke bowls? Are you saying that as if it's a chain, or are you just saying like the dish in general? Because, man, I get around one of those. The poke bowls, how do I explain this? The idea of them is not very exciting. I never am really super jazzed to order a poke bowl, but sometimes I know it's the right thing to do. And then when it arrives, I'm like, this is the greatest decision I could have made. But it never sticks in my head. Always next time, I'm always like, I don't know about that.
You said to us that you're a veteran.
Don't call poke slop. I don't think it deserves it. I guess it kind of makes sense. I guess that's what they're going for. It's like a bunch of things in a bowl. But I feel like a poke bowl is like too composed. It's like a work of art. It's not just like throw everything in there. Like they got little bunches and they put it around and they, you know what I mean? It's a little bit too fine dining to be called slop. It's not fine dining, but it's certainly closer.
Of the 42nd Street Slop Bowl corridor? What is that corridor, Devin?
Yeah, so for anyone familiar with the New York City area, sort of right outside Bryant Park along 42nd Street from 5th to 6th Ave, there's just about every place.
It's the most American thing you could have said.
As you can imagine, Chipotle, kava, naya.
Do you go with coworkers or is this usually a solo trip?
Generally with coworkers. Usually at least a couple guys will team up and go at the same time and decide to hit one spot.
I love
This is riveting journalism.
mixing it all together and like getting all the little things in every bite, which I guess realistically can happen with the sandwich too. But I think there's like comfort in the bowl of it.
Acknowledging sandwich voices. I'm a big sandwich man. I am on record saying the sandwich is the perfect food. There is no notes. A sandwich is as good as it gets. Other foods can be good. Other foods might sometimes get as good, but I don't really believe that any other food is more perfect than a sandwich. This has to be satire. It's not satire, it's just humor. They are covering a topic, but it's done in like a humorous way. Sandwiches are pretty iconic. They're definitely iconic, but there's many foods that are iconic. I just feel like sandwiches, man, they got it so right. They got it so right with sandwiches.
Like eating out of a bowl is like the greatest thing. I could eat like all my meals out of a bowl.
It's still reasonably priced, depending on which one you get.
And how does your wife feel about such consistent Chipotle consumption?
She probably thought it was a little bit weird, like, hey, you're eating a lot of Chipotle, but now it's like, it's whatever. And often she might see me eat Chipotle for dinner once or twice, but she doesn't know that I also ate it 2 or 3 times for lunch that week because she knows she's working. So she knows I eat Chipotle, and I told her I was in this interview. She said, oh, you eat a lot of Chipotle, but like, I don't think she even knows how much Chipotle I eat. I'm not hiding it. It's just so much.
I think my man's is a fan of Chipotle.
Relationships aside, it's obvious that for high-functioning, busy folk like these, the appeal of slop bowls lies in its health and efficiency. And I agree that these are huge benefits. In fact, my fast casual shaman Lisa went so far as to say that we shouldn't be calling these bowls slop.
I'm sure a reporter for Restaurant Business Magazine probably doesn't jive with the terminology of calling it slop.
I think slop bowl has become a term that is, something I think is derogatory. It's, sort of the newer version of what used to be called the sad lunch salad.
Okay.
Sad lunch salad. That's not the same thing. I feel like a sad lunch salad is exactly what it sounds like. But, Chipotle, that's not that. There's something different.
Okay, so this is our modern version of the sad desk lunch.
Sad desk lunch, that's what it was. The term really came from the internet where, you've got all the gym bros who are trying to pile on their proteins. Then the term sort of has shifted over to, what we know as fast casual bowl concept.
Yes, and I'm very familiar with the fast casual bowl concept. I'm always telling my friends about it.
Fast casual concepts are defined by the fact that they're offering something better for you, better ingredients, and all of Chipotle, Sweet Green, Cava, those are places you can get a very nutritious, filling meal. I think it's good money for the price for what you're getting.
Well, she sold me.
What exactly are these bowl enthusiasts getting? I knew I couldn't find out just by sitting in my booth as I do, and that's when I remembered something Devin from earlier in the program told me.
You can just go and buy it.
Sort of right outside Bryant Park along 42nd Street
Right.
from 5th
The
to
location.
6th Ave. There's just about every place you can imagine. Chipotle, Cava, Naya. Usually at least a couple guys will team up.
And just like that, I knew what I had to do. So I whipped up a sign that said,
Oh, I thought he was going to go eat one, but instead he just wants to talk to even more people about their slop bowls.
talk to me about slop bowls and expensed an Uber XL to Slop Bowl Corridor. It was quickly obvious that I was in the right place.
Me and my friends, we call this Slop Lane.
You could call this the Bryant Park Trough.
Slop Row?
I love Slop Alley here.
I'm usually just sandwiched in
Trough.
between obvious protein bros and a lot of Patagonia vests.
These Sweet Greens, Chipotles, and Nayas are the highest grossing in the country. It's a mixture of beef, hummus, and then what they do is they just drizzle your sauce of choice on it and you just slurry it around. And then
I love the terminology that we're using here.
Turns into slop. I have this most days of the week.
This is a daily occurrence.
That's my daily ritual. It's a couple times a week.
You go here often?
Whenever I can. Yeah, every day.
They don't taste like anything.
I feel like I find no joy in food, and I just
Oh no.
want to get fed, and it's very consistent, and it's healthy, and it's right beside my work.
That's a raving review.
Are you a fan of them?
I feel like I used to be, and
I didn't know what hummus was for the longest time. I'm ashamed. Hummus is delicious. Hummus is the best, man. Everybody loves hummus.
now
Proud/sad to say I've never had hummus. No, that's sad. I will take a moment later to shed a tear. I've never had hummus. Why are there so many people in chat that have not had hummus? What's hummus? It's chickpea and tahini. It's like chickpea and tahini sauce. It's amazing. And if you don't like it, I would suggest that maybe you've had some lower quality hummus. Like you go to a good restaurant that can do it well.
myself eating them less. It's just like thrown in the bowl, if that makes sense. And I don't know, I feel like eating should be more of an experience because it does feel like I'm kind of like eating slop.
Right.
Even if the food is good. I don't know how to explain it.
And we work so hard, why feel like a little piggy?
Yeah, exactly. Bingo.
I probably got the worst slop bowl in the city. People in work laugh at me that I have the driest order that's possible.
So hit.
Oh, we're talking an unsloppy slop bowl, a dry slop bowl. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what the order. What is it?
It is just rice, spinach, chicken, and then some romaine on top with some pita crisps.
That's a little sad. That's a bit sad. I feel sad, and I'm worried for him.
That's a pretty dry-ass order. I'm not gonna lie. When you hear the term slop bowl, I mean, does that sound like an accurate description, or do you think that's unfair?
Shoot, it doesn't sound right, but it sure does taste right.
What's the appeal of a bowl-based lunch?
I think it's just portable, and don't mind the shape.
It's quick. You can get back
Don't
to
mind
your
the
desk
shape.
faster. That's basically what you're going for, is speed.
It's got everything I'd ever want in a single bowl.
Which is what? What do you want?
Oh, I want hummus, I want chicken, I want rice, I want veggies, all of it.
I'm fueled by slop bowls. Kava's got that sauce.
Do you get these for lunch?
I don't know. I'm more of a soup girl.
What? No. That doesn't seem right. A soup girl? Are you saying you like eat soup for lunch often? I don't get the idea there. Something about it doesn't sit right with me. What do you mean? People get very into soup? It's crazy. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Nothing at all. I love that for the soup lunch enjoyers out there. Just feels like if you're eating soup is dinner. It kind of feels like if you're eating soup for lunch, it's got to be leftovers. Like if you're going out there and buying from a store soup, what even is the store? Like where are you going to buy soup for your lunch? I couldn't even think of a place.
I just don't like when my food touches sometimes.
I'm very anti-slop bowl. I'm waiting like 30 minutes to get probably 5 pieces of chicken. There's nothing in there, and honestly, it's kind of gross. Also, bring back the 3 martini lunch. The old power lunches they used to have back in the day. Hour and a half lunch, you sit down, you get a steak. Why do we have slop bowls now? There's 10,000 bodegas in the city. They all make the same stuff, and it's all fantastic. It's definitely better than what you get here.
Why do you think Sweetgreen is a ripoff?
It's like $18.
The soup store? Wait, are you guys like making a joke about? Are you guys making a joke about how I said soup store? Are you saying that there's actually, hold on, because are you guys just going on about it because I said soup store, or are you guys saying soup store? In Finland we have soup options in lunch buffet places. Yeah, but Finnish soup gets a pass. Finnish soups are banging. They're the best soups. Soup store is real? It's a reference. He doesn't know. It's a meme. Okay, well now I feel left out. What? Are we talking Lelouch? Is this the meme?
Hello? Hey, what's up? I need your help. Can you come here? I can't. I'm buying clothes. All right, well, hurry up and come over here. I can't find them. What do you mean you can't find them? I can't find them. There's only soup. What do you mean there's only soup? It means there's only soup. Well, then get out of the soup aisle. All right, you don't have to shout at me. There's more soup. What do you mean there's more soup? There's just more soup. Go into the next aisle. There's still soup. Where are you right now? I'm at soup. What do you mean you're at soup? I mean I'm at soup. What store are you in? I'm at the soup store. Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Fuck you.
Is that where people are going to get their lunch soup?
So like some lettuce and like a little cardboard like bowl.
It was during my time speaking to these chicken-breathed worker bees that I began to realize the real meaning of slop. For some, it's a tool of efficiency. For others, a choice for health. For one particular man, the sauce was intimidating.
Kava's full of sauce, man. Not into it. Too much sauce. Yeah, too much sauce.
For all of us, though, it represents a congealed...
Surely you can ask him for a little bit less sauce.
Somewhat discolored group of people all working together to try our hardest to get through the day. All of us coming from different backgrounds, yet packed together here and...
I don't know, man's gotta eat. What are you guys grabbing at lunch?
This one round container we call Earth. Indeed, the vibe of these places is absolutely torched, given that they have the aura of a venture capital firm regurgitating pre-masticated leafy greens into your mouth like a baby bird. But after making so many new slop friends, I am forced to admit...
That was bars.
that there are times and places to consume it. So the next time you're out eating a slop bowl at your desk, I want you to look down into your mush of greens and grains and think of me. Think of you. Think of all of us. It might not be ideal, but at least we're all here. Together, Slop as one. For good work, I'm Dan Toomey.
Single tier. Beautifully said. I don't really get it. I kind of think, to answer the question at the start of the video, this is an American thing. Maybe it's like a New York thing. It just doesn't, I've seen similar-ish food in Australia. It just doesn't seem like it's taken Australia the same way. I don't think it's taken our hearts quite the same way. I don't know what Australians eat for lunch. I think it's zinger boxes, beef pies, and I don't know. What, chicken shop burgers or something like that? I don't know.